Like, we need like a sign that says like,
whoa, where's it going? It just made a lane change.
my God.
Did it really not? I wasn't looking, but I
No
didn't hear a
signal.
signal.
No signal. And
That was like in the
That's a
intersection.
middle intersection. I
That's
checked.
like
No
a
one was behind
major-
us, so I didn't take over. But that was
You learn that in driver's.
Like jerked.
okay. Whoa!
Oh my God.
Nice. Only if it could drive like that and come to that smooth of a stop.
Yeah.
Right to the line.
Yeah, that was A plus.
Cars.
Now the right turn signal's on. Now the left turn signal's on. Now the right turn signal's on. Hello and welcome back to another Out of Spec Reviews video. Today is a controversial one because this is a Tesla Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive, the best configuration for a Model 3 in my opinion, and it has the new full self-driving beta software installed. My friend who lives here in this town called me up. He said, hey Kyle, earlier today Tesla removed my FSD, and then they sent a new bit of software to the car immediately thereafter. So we have the latest software on this car. Of course, at the time of recording, this is going to be a constant improvement. As you know, Teslas get software updates. And like I mentioned, pretty controversial because I'm sure not a lot of you will agree with my views on Tesla's FSD rollout. I want to show the system as it is. So we're going to take it for drives around town. We're going to put friends in the car and see what they think about how the car is performing. And we're just going to do a general experience because it's been about 1 year since I last filmed with this system and last experienced it. About a year ago in Raleigh, North Carolina, I had a Model 3 with this system. I filmed a whole video driving around, and man, was it probably the worst driving experience. I think we pissed more people off in that 10 minutes, or what was it, almost 30 minutes of driving than I think I have in the time that has passed since. But for now, let's get the cameras in the car. Let's get some friends in the car. Let's drive around our town here of Fort Collins, Colorado, and see if the systems have improved. Again, this is a 2018 Tesla Model 3 long-range rear-wheel drive. That means it has the big battery pack, but only the rear motor. This is actually how the cars used to come. You could only get this configuration back in early 2018. And in fact, my first Tesla Model 3 was this exact specification. Mine came on the sport wheels, but I swapped it out for the arrows here. You can see my friend took the caps off, but put the little wheel center caps in there to make it look whole. That looks pretty good. Overall, this car's used quite heavily. It's got little scratches on it. The wheels are dinged up. It's got 80,000+ miles. But I have to say, it still drives rock solid. No one can ever tell me Teslas are unreliable or not built well. I understand sometimes the panel gaps don't line up, but honestly, from a drivetrain and mechanical standpoint, these things hold up super, super, super well compared to any other car I've personally owned. And, well, that's not the point of this video, of course. The point of this video is to talk about the FSD, the full self-driving beta system. And before we go for a drive, let me show you some of the sensors that the car uses and talk to you a little bit about Tesla's theory on driver assistance and full self-driving, and then we'll hop in the car. Back in 2016, was it, Tesla announced an option called full self-driving. And this is such a honestly sad story for the owners who purchased this option, especially on a leased car back then, because you could have enhanced autopilot, and then on top of enhanced autopilot is an additional, I think, $3,000 or $5,000. I don't remember the exact pricing to get full self-driving. And those cars went on lease, went to their owners. Everyone paid monthly for them who purchased this option or added it to their car. Then they went back to Tesla and got zero benefit. So Tesla has been promising this type of more than just level 2 driver assistance for a long time. And well, it took a long time to get it into hands. Now, my feeling is a lot of owners of these cars really overestimate their capabilities, and they're like, my car's gonna drive my dogs to the dog park in a year, and you know, it's gonna go across the country in a year, and I can't wait to send my kids to school in it. And I'm like, all right, let's just step back for a second. Let's talk about what this car has for a sensor suite. Now, this particular car was sold with the full self-driving package. However, it didn't actually have all the hardware necessary in order to complete this, and we still don't know if it does. So the owner had to bring this car into Tesla for an upgrade to hardware 3.0. So the hardware that was sold with the car wasn't capable of performing the tasks that it can do today, even though he selected this option. That seems a little bit weird, but let's just gloss over that. There's 8 cameras on the car, a radar sensor on this particular car, but new Teslas do not have a radar. And there's also an internal camera that's turned on to do some sort of eye tracking, driver monitoring. So we'll see if that works at nighttime. I don't know. We're not going to get crazy in depth with testing. This is more or less going to just be an experience of the car. There's other Tesla channels out there that are doing, challenges and routes and stuff. I don't get to have one. I don't have it on my personal car. Therefore, this is more or less just going to be an experience. I believe my friend Dirty Tesla, that's his YouTube channel, has a FSD beta package, and he's been producing a lot of videos. I personally haven't checked out many videos on this system. Actually, I haven't even watched one, so this is just going to be more or less my reactions of how the car is performing. I don't want to say I'm an expert on the system. I'm not an expert of self-driving. I'm not an expert driver assistance reviewer, but I think I have more experience than most, and as you can already tell, I'm not totally bought into this whole ethos, but I'm willing to be surprised positively. I really hope this is good, because I know a lot of people are excited about this technology. So I showed you some of the cameras around the car. It's largely a vision-based system. You can see some right here. You can see 3 up here in the windshield. And overall, I have to say the car is a totally stock. There's no modifications here. The FSD beta package that this owner has is because he drove safely, according to Tesla. So if you had a safety score of close to 100, whatever that means, I think that means blowing through stop signs and not braking hard. I heard from a few owners. It wasn't, your safety score wasn't necessarily tied to safe driving. It was more or less just gaming the system to not jar the G-forces too much and not have forward collision warning kick on and things like this. Anyway, the owner drove the car in such a way where he got I believe 99 on the safety score. Then that safety score went away, and Tesla allowed him to download the full self-driving beta package. Now, in terms of the software this car is on, let's take a look here to the numbers. Forgive some of the glare. Let's turn off the fan. Let's go here to car. Software, full self-driving computer, and we have FSD beta 10.3.1. And if we go over here to release notes, we can see what's new in this particular package. Let's take a look. So it says all of this stuff. Wow, that's cool. So it has all of these things that it's improved. Feel free to pause and take a look. I certainly will read through this beforehand, but I've already seen a couple things that are different. For example, there's chill, average, and assertive. That was not there when I experienced the car a year ago. So I think we'll be trying out all 3. And it has medium following distances. This one's close following distances, more frequent speed lane changes, will not exit passing lanes, and may perform rolling stops. What? How is that legal? I thought you're supposed to stop at stop signs. Oh, it actually says that. That's crazy. Okay. Well, this is going to be one hell of an experience. And like I mentioned, you guys may not necessarily agree with me on this. Personally, my opinion is we're in this gray area, right? On a large scale, we have great lane centering, great driver assistance features, great safety features being in cars these days. And then you have systems like this that are honestly pushing the limits of what's capable. This is certainly the most, I would say, level of, how do I phrase this properly? Level of capability that you can have as a general consumer in your personal vehicle by far. The big question, though, is it safe? This is what keeps coming up. And I would say if you're a keen driver, if you're trained to take over the car, if you understand what's going on, I don't see personally how I would be able to get this car in a situation that would be considered dangerous. That means eyes on the road, hands on the wheel, ready to take over, brake and accelerator pedal covered in case it randomly phantom brakes or randomly phantom accelerates. I mean, I think I'm there to watch over the car. My main concern personally is What happens if my mom's Tesla gets this update and she starts using it? I don't think there's like a training guide you have to go through. There's no one-on-one certification process to become a safety driver. There are J standards. There are, sort of independent organizations that have standardized what it means to be a autonomous vehicle safety driver. This is by no means an autonomous vehicle. Tesla even tells you that. It's more just advanced driver assistance. But is it assisting you if you have to watch over it and constantly pay attention? Well, these are the ethical questions you guys can let me know. I really can't wait to see what it does. We're in the car with Jordan and Alyssa now. We're going to pick up Lexi, who also works for Out of Spec, and then we're going to Texas Roadhouse for dinner.
Hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. So I figured, just join us for like a little evening thing. So we're sitting in front of the house. We're just going to put it into autopilot. It says it's not available. Why would that be the case? So the sun's at a really low angle right now, which can really honestly confuse things and makes it hard for camera-based systems. But guess what? We drive cars when it's sunny out. So we just didn't come to a complete stop there, but we just went. We have autopilot in the normal setting right now. So there's 3 levels of aggressiveness. We have it in the moderate average setting. So if I go here, autopilot, oh wait, sorry, I have it in assertive. Let's drive it in average, and then maybe on the way home from dinner we'll drive it in assertive. I think if we put it in the baby mode, we wouldn't make it anywhere. Here's something interesting too. It will let you go as fast as you want. So like on my car, which has basic autopilot, right, it only lets me go 5 over on back roads, but somehow this is supposed to be safer, but I can set it all the way up to 90 miles an hour, I think. Yeah, probably. Also, I'm just going to slow down as much as possible. I'm going to hit the brakes. Going way too fast. It doesn't slow down for bumps.
That was a big bump.
That's a huge, yeah, that no one knows about that bump. But, Tesla says they're going to like learn the neighborhood,
and
right?
There's a sign that says dip. But,
right, and it's kind of all over the road here. I mean, this is pretty hard. The sun's kind of facing at the camera, but Jordan, you know more about this system than I do. What is your impression of this full self-driving beta rollout?
It seems pretty shaky still, but everyone's pretty excited about it. It is, I guess, it says automatically cleaning windshield. What?
Windshield dirty. Oh, what? Really? It's just washing the windshield? That's really funny.
It wasn't very dirty.
This isn't the right address.
It's not the right address?
Yeah, we go right.
That was hilarious that it washed the windshield. And so for driver monitoring, it's still using a torque sensor in the wheel, but it's also monitoring my eyes with the in-car camera. So if I look away, I tested it earlier, it will tell me to sort of pay attention to the road. Now in 0.4 miles, we need to turn left, but guess what we're not in right now?
We're in the middle lane.
We're in the middle lane. So let's just see what it does. We have it in the moderate. So left turn signal on, and then it went off. It should have got over back there because look, there's a whole bunch of cars up this way. So let's just, I guess, see what it does. The visual representation, I'm not really going to be focusing on it, but I'm curious to see how well it matches up to real world situations. I'm not putting any input into the wheel. Left turn signal on,
So
moving over.
It marked the cars it was squeezing between with blue.
Oh, really?
On the visualization.
This will be interesting to see what it does here. A line of traffic. We're just stopping. No turn signal, by the way. Thankfully, the person behind us has their signal on. Otherwise, I wouldn't feel comfortable here. And now it's just parked in this lane, potentially blocking cars from behind without a turn signal.
Yeah.
It's just like we're just stopped in the middle of the road.
Yeah, we're barely into
Wipers going.
We're barely into the turn lane right now.
So Tesla uses, again, a largely visual-based system. They use their own software, of course. They claim that the cars learn the more you drive. But I don't know if I've really ever seen evidence of them getting better over time. I've driven autopilot for a long time. I use it all the time. And what's it going to do to pick a lane here? Let's just see. So we're going full left, it looks like. That was pretty smooth. Still no turn signal, though. Now it just kicked on.
So supposedly Creep
Whoa, just slammed on the brakes.
Creep was supposedly improved with beta 10.3, but I'm not sure how bad it was before.
I think we're going to get a couple people yelling at us a few times during this drive. So it's just left this huge gap in front of the car. You're more involved in the Tesla world than I am. What do people generally think about this system? Owners who get it, first of all, they're usually pretty enthusiastic about the car. They're owners, they're not independent testers. And they seem to be, my impression, not sharing the full picture of sort of, my impression is how bad this system is.
They kind of get really excited for any minor improvement, which is kind of akin to, Apple enthusiasts, where it's like, oh, the new phone is basically last year's phone, a slight bit better, which I fall into that camp, honestly. I get excited for
I
that.
bought the new iPhone.
Yeah.
I'm right there too. I own a Tesla, right? Like I get it.
But yeah, they tend to get really excited for any minor improvement, which is cool that a car can do that. I mean, 20 years ago, your car is what you bought it as, and nothing would really change that other than aftermarket accessories.
Sure.
But a lot of people do, though. Even Tesla enthusiasts share your point of view of all you need is autopilot, and they're waiting for full self-driving to get really good.
That's
because
my camp.
It is kind of expensive for what it is.
Well, it's 10 grand to be way more vigilant, and then you have to like be selected into the system by driving safely. But as you and I both know, to get a high safety score sometimes doesn't mean driving as safe as possible. So let's see what it does here. This is a super tough intersection. Jeep's moving forwards. We're inching. Big gap in front of us. I'm just ready to take over here. There's cars all around. Whoa! It's cutting close, cutting close. Whoa! Slammed on the brakes, but it did it. It did it. So, okay, now it just comes the big question as how do you classify a successful drive, right? Is it I made it from A to B with 0 accidents? Because that's one measurement, right? I think that's like the measurement Tesla uses is like, we have less accidents using X. I think they also say they have less accidents using autopilot, but most people use autopilot on the highways, which you have naturally less accidents on the highway than in the city. Let's not go into it. I really don't want to criticize Tesla here. I just want to see what the system does. That's the point. So it's very weird on the brakes. It's not looking ahead. Everyone's accelerating. It took us a little while. But I would say normal autopilot would do that too. That feels standard programming. So back to the classifying a successful drive thing. Is it I made it from A to B with 0 accidents? Also, it just lets me go over the speed limit, which I think somehow, like how it knows
I feel like
the
they'll
speed
take
limit.
that away eventually. But
I think they should. I mean, at the end of the day, if the car's driving itself, why would it knowingly break laws?
Yeah.
I don't get that. It also has a hard time measuring speed limits because I was on the college campus earlier and it was a 15-mile-an-hour speed limit, but the car viewed it as 35.
Mm-hmm.
And so FSD Beta wanted to roll through at 35 into 15. And like if it can't do something as basic as reading speed limits and understanding how fast you should go, why are we even doing all this craziness? Now that's just my opinion. I understand I'm coming into this with low confidence level in Tesla because what I experienced a year ago was really sketchy. But I think I'll open up a little bit. Let's see what it does here. I can already feel the Tesla fanboys commenting.
They made a big deal in the latest, I guess, presentation about this like graphic here, and it is actually way better than it was before. It's still really glitchy and jittery, but it kind of reminds me of those animated movies that are, I don't know, like very artistic, like every frame is hand-drawn.
So it's trying to move into the right lane now, but it's not slowing down to move us over. It's matched the speed of this Golf, and then it accelerates. So we've successfully merged into the right lane. Was that smooth or natural, or did that just piss people off? That was not. You and I wouldn't drive like that.
No, it
We
wasn't.
would have just either accelerated and moved over, or slowed down and pulled in.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. At least it threw this turn signal on.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, it's pretty good with turn signals generally, although we didn't see that back there.
But I think it depends on your fandom as far as what you consider a successful drive. Because like the really diehard fans, FSD can do no wrong. If they didn't get in an accident, it was a successful drive.
You know, we have people commenting on our Twitter that's like, you better not show the system in bad light because you don't want to give Tesla a bad name. Like, what do I care?
We're
I
gonna
own
give
0 Tesla stock.
An accurate name.
All right, it's going really fast into the intersection, coming in hot, making a turn. That feels pretty good. Oh, it just forward collision warning, but it kept going. I didn't touch anything.
There's nothing there.
Now we're driving 18 and a 30. We need to turn left up there. If it was me, there's an open space. I'd get into the left lane, but we're going to let the car do its thing.
It clearly doesn't want to smash the Sonata at the red light.
It's already been hit, so it's not much of a loss. It's dented in the back. All right, pulling away really slowly. That guy's already through the intersection. We're just going through. So, like, yeah, to me, is this a successful operation? No, if I was driving with someone driving like this, I would be like, oh my God, you are drunk or high. Look, it's still braking, even though he's all... And now it's merging left, okay. Maybe it was braking to merge left.
Yeah, that
That's
may be true.
possible. But that was very unnatural.
Yeah.
Nice
Well,
LR3 kitted out. Alyssa, what do you think back there? How does it feel? Because you're on video too.
Oh.
Do you feel safe?
No, but I know Kyle's gonna test the limits no matter what, so I'm just kind of going with it.
It needs to get over here, so I think it knows that, and it's doing it.
Yeah, it's doing that little thing. On
Yeah,
the-
that feels pretty natural. That's good.
What's the gap going to be like here?
Not big.
Yeah, I would say that's acceptable.
Yeah, a little better than before.
Yeah, way better. That's the best thing it's done yet.
Yeah.
That was awesome. It does a really good job recognizing stoplights. I remember when that was a thing. I had a Tesla with enhanced autopilot when stoplight recognition came out, and it would like do an amazing job from the beginning, I thought. So this is interesting. We have a blinking yellow, which means we can technically go when there's no traffic. It's angled steering to the right, which I'm not quite understanding why it wants to do that. A lot of stuff going on here on the screen. Oh yeah, it's kind of glitching out. Look, the cars are just That's
Yeah, I'm getting...
I mean, this is a hard intersection to get through. Also, I'm curious if it's going to curb the wheels when we have to turn right up here, although I don't think it's quite programmed really where we need to go. I'm going to put it over here. This is where we technically need to go. That way. Yeah, because there's a really tough intersection. I curbed the wheels on a Polestar there the other day. Oh, it's going at a yellow light.
Oh.
It's about to turn, and it turned off the system. I'm taking over. I
Wow.
grabbed the wheel a little hard there to stop it from turning, but
Yeah,
it kept
that was-
accelerating.
That was a little scary.
That was sketchy. Let's see what it does here with the FedEx truck on the right side. It's got left turn signal on. It moved over at the last possible second.
About 6 inches over here. We gotta
I just
turn
don't.
right.
How can? Yeah, we have to turn right up here, so now it's merging right. How can people say this is good? All right, get in the right lane. That's reasonable. That feels natural. This is where everyone curbs their wheels because you have to go really far out, and I don't want to curb the owner's wheels on this car. Oh, it was definitely about to. Focus RS. Stopping for a traffic sign at 600 feet. That doesn't exist. Yeah, it was definitely. It likes to take really sharp right turns.
Aggressive in the corners.
To me, this is like way less relaxing and way slower than me just ripping across the city myself. And definitely way more dangerous because I'm being stupid and trying to see what the car will do.
Alright, we have a sort of...
Four-way with a bicycle and people walking. This guy just stopped in the middle of the road. Why?
I guess the people? And then there's 2 people on those oncoming lanes. The bus is...
We're cutting the bus off. Now the bus is going. We almost just pulled out in front of the bus. It's hitting the gas and brake. It's totally confused. Honda's going. Let's just see what it does. We're trying. We're sorry. Everyone's rolling their eyes at us.
You won't be the most popular person on the street if you use this.
We just pissed off about 12 people right there. And yeah, here we are picking up Lexi. So let's get Lexi in the car and then we'll head to Texas Roadhouse. Yeah, seatbelts for sure. Texas Roadhouse. 4.9 miles.
We're going to Texas Roadhouse?
Yeah, hell yeah! All right, so I can move my seat forward if you need some more room.
Yeah, any room would be favorable.
Yeah.
Jordan, how was your trip?
It was great.
Good.
Do you guys know what we're filming here?
No.
Okay. So the car has a new
Fine.
sort of beta. Oh yeah, buckle up.
We're
We're-
trying to figure that out.
Do you see
It's
mine?
hard with the black seats. Can't see.
Oh, wait, I got
You know
loose.
the Audi e-tron has
Mine's
light up
loose.
seatbelt buckles?
No, that's
So you can just
fantastic.
Yeah, I know, it's the best. They've done it for years in the Prestige trim. So, there's a Suburban coming. We can just put it on autopilot here. So we're going. So the car's going to get us to Texas Roadhouse best it can. It's doing all of this, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm just covering everything in case it messes up.
Oh.
So you guys let me know how you think it's driving.
Oh, God, is it going to see that car?
We're
No.
not sure. We'll find out.
Okay, it
There's
didn't
it.
see him. The car's having to slam
Well-
on the brakes for us now.
Yeah, that's a hard, it's hard to see there, though.
I knew if we got out, they would at least stop. We weren't, and I could always. So now it's got its right turn signal on.
We're going down Birch.
Birch. Whoa. Person. The person behind us just flipped us off. We're driving literally down the center of the road.
That's a cute house.
I guess there's no lane, so yeah, it does what it wants.
So how would you feel if you got
It's
like an
literally
Uber
picking-
Lexi?
Oh,
they
and
were
there was
driving
nobody
like this?
sitting
No,
there.
no, and they were driving like this so far. No, like
Um,
seriously though, would you be like, oh, they're a terrible driver, or that was a
Yes,
little weird?
no, I would say, what the hell are you doing?
Okay. No, I want your honest opinions because
They're a terrible driver, but would you still stay in the car?
Yes, but I would be watching intently.
I also
like,
want to say, like, we all like Teslas in this car, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
heck
we're
yes.
stopping all the way back here for a stop sign. There's a Ram pulling onto the road.
People are gonna be.
We're literally in the
looking at
middle,
us.
turning very hard. That's a sidewalk. Nice. All right. Well, we made it out onto the main road by itself. We're gonna go 5 over the speed limit because it lets you illegally drive faster than the speed limit. How that makes any sense, I don't know. And you can see, guys, on this screen here, it's kind of monitoring everything that's going around, so it knows hopefully that this is a red light that we're coming up to, and it will slow down for it. Oh, it's turning. Oh, now it's not turning.
It thought about it.
What?
Guy on a scooter crossing. Oh, it's a slow down.
Oh.
Yeah. No one's behind us. That's good.
Yeah, I checked, but all I saw was Lexi's head in the mirror, so I couldn't quite see if there was someone behind us. Do you guys think all this stuff's cool though, where it can see all the cars and like this little
Yeah.
dotted line is where it wants us to go?
Mm-hmm. Oh, it sees the person up there.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a little laggy. They say in this update they've increased the frame rates by each camera by 1.7 frames per second.
Interesting.
So that's good. And Lexi and, well, I know Michaela, you've been on regular autopilot.
Mm-hmm.
And so my car won't do any of this stuff.
Right.
It just keeps it in the lane at the speed that you set,
Mm-hmm.
and then slows down if there's a car.
And you have to like signal it, like it wouldn't. It's not the full self-driving. It
My
wouldn't
car,
put on
this
like
is.
it wouldn't put on a blinker or anything
Mm-mm.
to like change lanes.
Nope, no, because it's just basic. So now it's accelerating. Here we go. And we're just off. cruising down the
So,
road.
do you have it cap? Like, does it cap at 5 miles over the speed limit? Or?
Nope. My car does. This one lets you go all as fast as you want, 60 miles an hour,
Okay, let's turn that down.
say 80.
Let's turn that down.
80.
So 80 is its cap. Okay.
Okay.
Wow, that's smart in a 30 zone.
So yeah, either the cap is 80 or it's 50 over the speed limit.
Because normal autopilot lets you go 90, but this is city autopilot, so 80
Oh,
is
yeah.
reasonable, I think.
Makes sense. Fort Collins drivers.
So we need to turn left in 0.9 miles. So let's see what the car does. Beautiful night out, 64 degrees, sun's going down. Low angle sun's hard on cameras.
Yeah, that's
But-
really bright.
I would say this portion of the drive, it's doing wonderfully well.
Yeah. Just straight line.
Yeah, and that's why I love autopilot. I use it all the time because it just does this. I'm just staying in the lanes, keeping the speed, although it just braked for no reason. Like, what's it braking for?
We're going in and out of sun and shade. Is that?
Phantom braking. Although didn't it say it was supposed to be better at that? So now we need to turn left. So it's got its left turn signal on. Very smooth lane change. Is it going to let the Prius over?
No.
Let's see.
It's
It's not letting the Prius over. It knows he has his signal on.
Oh.
Yeah, the Prius. Sorry, I really apologize.
I'm gonna draw up a sign that says sorry and just hold it in the window.
Yeah, so
every
I'm
Sorry,
following distance on
autopilot.
4, although I don't know if that totally matters. And this is like the middle aggressive setting. There's a setting that's more aggressive than this. So we're going, whoa!
Oh,
It needs to go left. There we go.
oh my god.
Did a double take there.
So that was another one of those situations where I would say you just lost your license. You know, if you didn't pass the driving test.
That's so
But
dangerous.
but like according to Tesla, we didn't crash, so it must be safe. Okay, cutting it in. That was done really well, that
Yep.
left turn.
good speed, didn't cut off the people on the left of us.
Yeah, it's just funny that we're such early days that we're like impressed by basic turning things, and we haven't even gotten to like rain and a child runs out in front of the car or a dog comes, and it's like, is it going to be like looking at a dog running this way until it's too late? I don't know, because we haven't put it through all of its testing.
It's like you celebrate a toddler spilling food on their table instead of on the wall. Like the little things that you celebrate with this.
Yeah, and so again, it's just like, it's not full self-driving. But it is cool, like it's fun to play around with. And yeah, it just scares me that normal people have access to this now. If this was like a beta thing and like you and I had to go to class to like learn how to use this and be like, look, the car, like Tesla will tell you like it does the wrong thing at the worst time, something like that. The worst thing at the wrong time, I don't know, but it didn't tell me because I didn't sign a waiver.
Yeah.
I just got in the car and just started driving it. So that's sketchy. Like a valet could just go and say, oh, it's self-driving. Crash in, it's no problem. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of weird. Totally smooth through here, no problems. It's just the corners where it really gets messed up. The car's kind of rattly.
We'll have to try it on a curvy road.
And it's like braking way too weirdly.
Yeah, it doesn't brake very smoothly.
You're kind of relying on the other people around you for being like aware of what they're doing, like being aware of
I thought we
us.
were going to get rear-ended for a second because it just really hit the brake.
Right, like that,
Yeah.
like, you know, good thing the person behind us was
Yeah.
That's
being
it.
aware of their surroundings.
Like we
Yeah.
need like a
Because
sign that
we
says
were
like,
making-
Whoa, where's it going? It just made a lane change.
my God.
Signal.
Did it really not? I wasn't looking, but I
No
didn't hear
signal.
a signal.
We
No
just got- we
signal.
just-
And
That
in
was
the
like in
middle
the
of
That's a
intersection.
middle intersection. I
That's
checked.
like
No
a
one was behind
major-
us, so I didn't take over. But that
Yeah.
was
You learn that in driver's ed to not make
That was,
lane
it's
changes.
illegal.
that was illegal.
Wait,
Yeah.
now it's braking. It just slammed on the brakes for nothing.
It's
Yeah.
turning on us. It's turning.
yeah. This stuff, I don't know.
Yellow light. Now it's
At least
braking.
it's good at yellow lights.
Yeah, it's good at yellow lights. Okay, so we got a truck behind us. We're turning right from the center. I'm taking over because we would have caused like a 10-car pile up there. It didn't move over,
Yep.
Yeah.
and it was
Yeah, it
about
wasn't
like.
moving
So now we got it back on the system.
We're in the middle of the road again.
In the middle of the road, right turn signal on.
Oh, God.
Going way too fast through here.
Oh, my God.
Now it just went to 15. It listened. That was good. I feel like we were just in the middle of the road. Now we're just a hair off those cars.
Where is it taking us?
Yeah, Texas right out.
We're in
Oh,
the back.
I guess we've never gone in this way.
Oh, is this the back?
Oh, this is the
Is
back.
it thinking?
We're here.
Okay.
It
says
says-
it's done. So I
yeah,
guess we're here.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, let's try and just have it just for fun in the daytime at least. Let's have it bring us to.
The front
Oh,
entrance.
now it's just moving on its own. I don't understand that. Let's have it bring us around to the front of the building.
It's kind of like jerked to the
Okay. Whoa!
Oh
It still
Wow.
thinks it's the back
Yeah,
of
because
the
it
building.
loaded and then it must have got itself confused. So
Alright, where is it going?
I don't know how it's going to get around the
Okay.
back, but I love this. This is really funny. So the turn signals keep going on and off. We
Okay.
got a Rubicon here.
Oh, God.
Whoa, 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 whoa! The car just stopped. I'm not doing anything.
Why is it going this way?
I have no
Oh, it's
idea.
going all the way
Oh,
around.
no.
Okay,
Does it
let's
see
see
the
what it
person?
It does do. That's weird.
Wow, it's just ripping through here.
Kyle, we're gonna drop you off at CrossFit practice.
Oh, don't drop me at CrossFit. Look
Oh.
at that.
Oh,
Speed
God.
bump. Will it see the speed bump? I can.
God.
Nope.
No.
Speed bump was even marked with lines.
Well, this is pretty interesting. It's just going right down the middle.
Yep.
Confidently.
It picked its line.
All right, left turn signal's on now.
Why?
I don't
The
know.
route says right.
It would seem to brake for that speed bump.
That's-
Now the right turn signal's on. Now the left turn signal's on. Now the right turn signal's on. Oh yeah, now we're turning right. Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. Cars around, truck coming from the left, slamming on the brakes.
Oh, God. It makes me
And that truck from behind just got super confused. Now we're going around.
It's going to take us back into
Whoa!
pedestrian.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, now it's got its left turn signal on.
Oh, now it's going to take us in there, and there's cars parked on
Let's
the
see what it
edges.
does. It's going to take us down the
Is it going
humid.
to squeeze us through?
Whoa! Oh, mirrors just folded in. I don't know why.
They fold it back out
Hey,
again.
this isn't. Yeah.
This is the employee parking lot.
Oh, well, I guess it must
It's
think
gotta
we're
be,
here enough
right?
to work here. And then it brought us not to the section of the parking lot where I
my
wanted to go.
gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, mark there.
Yeah, this is where we want to go. This is actually, I could do this all day. That's where we want to go. Okay.
There we go. Now it sees.
All right, so it's going wide, taking the right turn wide. Nice. That was executed. Okay, not so well. It doesn't know which way to go here.
Oh my god.
This is the dumbest thing to ever go. Okay, there's a car coming that way. Sorry, we're not driving. That's the guy that almost hit us before.
You need like a student driver sticker, except just a not driving
Yeah.
sticker.
Right turn signal just says, please complain to Elon.
Okay.
Oh my god, pulling out in front of the truck.
Oh god, we just got another hand raise.
Really?
Yes. Oh.
And we're turning
All
right.
now we're going to the
I'm just
bigger-
taking over to let this guy not follow us around now. We're gonna have to pretend we didn't, we were not in this car. We'll go inside. Did you see those crazy people in the Tesla?
Oh my gosh.
Let's go have dinner. That was an interesting experience. And we'll see how it does in the nighttime, shall we? All right. Sorry to all the 10 people we pissed off on the way.
Yeah.
Right.
We just finished up dinner. Turns out our waitress was a TikToker.
We're all nervous.
You're nervous to go back?
I'm nervous.
All right. So let's just put in home into reverse. Wait, will it just back out of here? What do you think? So I have it in drive. I kind of don't want to screw this bumper up just in case it decides to go forward. But we're gonna FSD beta back to the house, and then we have to jump on a podcast. So how are you guys gonna get home? Take the smart car?
Guess we're walking.
Yeah.
You can take the smart. All right, so here we go. FSD beta. Right turn signals on. We are not slowing down. It's just
It's ready to go.
It's ready to go. It heard we were in a rush. Good job. Actually, Jordan, could you put it to, here, I'll just do it real quick. I'm going to put it to like the crazy assertive mode.
Oh yeah.
Oh, whoa.
Okay, so
Assertive.
I don't know if you'll be able
It's
to
not
see this
being very
inside.
assertive right now.
No, I would just go. Come on, car.
Go.
Be assertive. I'm just taking over because we got to go. We have cars behind us. I'm being assertive. We're going to have to do a little bit more takeover just because of the timing constraint. All right, it's going all the way in the left now. Left turn signal's on after it had moved over.
Yep.
Did he say if that one also had the...
No, this one just did. Okay, so we're going straight. Turn now. All right, thank you.
Did you
All
feel
right, it brakes like through the middle of turns. I don't understand that so much. But that was pretty good
Yeah.
overall. Right turn signal, moving right, even though we have to turn left in a mile.
Yeah,
That's
what,
all right.
what is it doing?
I don't know why it's trying to move.
And the left lane's more efficient because
Yeah.
there's less cars in front of us.
Yeah, this isn't like the highway. Or I mean, like if no one was around, sure, driving the right, but
It's almost like, so it saw this car first. It's almost like it gravitated to having a car in front of it. It was weird.
it knows the left turn ones have gone green. It can see that from that far away. That's interesting because that's a pretty hard angle
Yeah.
for the car to see. Yeah, we drive it nice. Great on these little back roads like this. And now that there's less traffic, I'm sure it'll be flummoxed less into the left lane.
Probably the smoothest, most accurate change.
Yeah, I mean that was dead on perfect. Nice. Only if it could drive like that and
Yeah,
come to that smooth of a
came-
stop.
that
Yeah.
came right up to the line.
Yeah,
was-
that was
There's
A
no other
plus.
cars.
It's the left turns. All right, green. Here we go. Turn. It's not turning enough. Back on. Whoa! Hitting the brakes. I had to push it with the accelerator there because I didn't want it to slam on the brakes. Because that, I think the GTI behind us was right on our bumper.
Yeah.
And then once you're on the straight road, it's great.
This makes me think twice about following any Tesla very
Yeah.
quickly.
I think
I'm
we
gonna
pissed
give
him off. He just flew by
I'm
us.
gonna give them all a breather.
Yeah, just any Tesla you see on the road, just lots of space. And we have to turn right 0.2 miles, so let's see how the car handles it. Will it do a right on red?
slightly surprised it didn't get in the left lane for no reason, like it has been.
Well, it's not merging right yet. Oh, there we go. No turn signal though.
Oh.
So it just crossed a bike lane without a turn signal. So now we have a green turning thing, so it knows that.
Wow.
Whoa! Whoa! Really just cranks the wheel over, doesn't it?
I feel like everything is just slightly delayed.
Yeah, do you think it's
Yeah.
like processor lag where it's like just trying to play
Yeah.
catch up?
Yeah.
So let's see what it does. No one's around us, which is good. So it's jumping into the
Cool.
center median
Side
lane.
lane.
Oh, Kyle.
Okay. Okay. But look, it turned down the wrong way. I mean, we did. I took over, but this is
Yeah.
where
This is where
it
it
was
was turning,
going.
yeah.
And like, this is our street, but we're going the wrong way down a one-way now.
Oh.
So that's where we should have gone. Hold on. I kind of want to just try that one more time. I know we're late for a podcast, but that's really bad.
That's interesting.
It just like, all right, so let's go up this road. We'll make an illegal U-turn. We're driving worse than autopilot right now in effort of testing. And it turned right in front of that car.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So, rear wheel drive, exploiting full power. Still rips pretty good, don't you think, Jordan?
Yeah. Plenty fine for most people.
Totally agree. And now we're just gonna hit the brakes hard. Everyone hold on tight. Okay. And now back to
Now we have traffic.
give me autopilot. There we go. All right. Now it's got left turn signal on, merging into the middle, really watching everything. It's braking. There's a car there on the left. Dude, you can't go that way. This is where you're supposed to turn.
I really wanted to go there.
It really
And
wants to
that's
go
even
down
where the
wrong way.
route says.
Yeah,
So
that's
it was literally breaking its own route.
Yeah,
Trying
it
to go
wasn't
there.
following maps.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And now we're just.
Oh my god. Not okay. Not okay.
Oh yeah, but guess what? It'll drive your kids to school by the end of the year.
No, 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 no.
Oh, wait.